Today is Tuesday, October 29th, and it was a red day for me earlier, down 0.4%, but after hours, especially from Google, that has bumped me up, so I'm slightly positive, up almost 0.9 in the after hours, but I'm still underperforming the NASDAQ, which is up over 1% today, and I believe the NASDAQ is going for new all-time highs. Not quite there, but it is trying to get there. And so as you guys can see, I did cash out of my Google in the after hours after they reported good earnings. And it was the exact same situation that I found myself in with Tesla, where they report good earnings and I cashed out way too early. But it is what it is. I made a quick $80 and I am officially one share of Google richer. So that is not the full amount that I cashed out on. I bought 30 shares before and I cashed out on 29. So I decided to keep one share, but it did go up even more in the after hours. So for example, if I had held on to it, let's see. Yeah, so I would have made like quite a bit more if I had held on a little bit longer, but it is what it is. I did borrow a lot of money, about $5,000 worth in order to play Google. So I'm happy it swung my way for once. Well, maybe not for once, but even though it was a pretty bad day for PayPal, Tesla, and SoFi, Robinhood, Honest, and Google did hold up my account. So I'm like roughly flat today. But it does kind of worry me later on when Robinhood eventually reports their earnings that we'll once again be in a very similar situation where a fintech stock reports very good earnings, but then the stock just absolutely craters. Because I believe PayPal and SoFi both reported very good earnings. However, I will admit leading up to earnings, it did go up a lot. So it probably did price in a lot of those gains before they reported. And so this is just a sell the news type of event. Because I remember last night, last night, Robinhood isn't showing it, but I did tag 92K. And most of that was from PayPal and SoFi, all that hype leading into earnings. And so this is probably just a sell the news type of event. Another stock that has done very well today is VFC. Now, I was so tempted to play their earnings, but I avoided it because Robinhood still hasn't released tax lots. And I knew that if I had cashed in some profits from their good earnings pop, Robinhood was most likely going to sell off the shares that I bought at around $14. And that is definitely not the lot of stocks that I would have sold. Before earnings, I believe it was like in the 17. Yeah, it was around 17. And so if I had played the earnings, I would have sold off that 17 lot, maybe keeping a few shares. But of course, tax lots are not on Robinhood yet, so I just decided not to touch it. Maybe I should have played it in a different account, but it is what it is. But speaking of Robinhood features, I did notice something that may or may not be a red flag. And I don't know if this was already a thing when they originally announced the 1% deposit boost, but I did notice last night that it says deposit before November 25th to earn an unlimited boost. And the reason why I say this is kind of a red flag, not really, maybe they're doing this because they're seeing so many people cashing in like their deposits or transferring investments from other brokerages in order to get that boost. And so Robinhood seeing this huge demand is kind of slowing things down, like, whoa, kind of take it easy here. If that is the case and they're seeing huge demand, then I understand. But in the long term, right, as somebody that has been using Robinhood a long time, it is disappointing whenever I see a new feature come out and Robinhood just takes it away, or they announce a new feature, but it doesn't really come. And some examples of this are the compare feature that they had before. It was really cool. I could overlay SPY and QQQ over my account. That unfortunately was taken away. Another thing that they announced during the Gold Card event, I believe, is customizable home screens, which looked really cool, but I still haven't seen it. Maybe some of you guys have. And so if this is the end of the 1% deposit boost, I will be kind of disappointed. But if this is just a temporary thing because they're seeing such huge demand, then I understand, and I actually take that as a good sign because they're taking up so much market share from their competitors.